Hey everyone, it's Brian, your Realtor Financial Advisor here in the city of Windsor. Wanted to show you that the stock market has restarted to recover. So if you look at my spreadsheet here, 0.83486 is green, 0.83104. If you do the math, we are projecting a Dow gain of 4.572%. You take 0.83486 divided by 0.83104, that gets you 4.572%. Looking at the sectors across the channel, we should start to see some strength in the sectors. Here is the industrials, no real strength. We've got a little bit of yellow there as a cautionary note. It did strengthen a little bit over day from 83.01 to 83.32. It needs to be 83.34 before it breaks green. You can see it's just caution. We're waiting to find out what happens to it. The stock is 91, price is 91.69. Industrials, we're waiting. Here is the healthcare sector. You can see that it's strengthened over the day as well too. Printed a small negative 0.04. It's not necessarily going to be a leading sector, but it is going to hit its targeted price point in this market to turn positive. Here is the XLF banking sector, which everybody keeps saying is finally reaching some kind of support level. It has turned green. Doing the math, 0.8363 divided by 0.8331 will give you the price expectation theory on that trade. It is a full confirmed trade across the board, and we should see that gain from 33.92, whatever that math ends up being. We shall see. Here is the communications sector. Again, not as strong as the other sectors. Want to wait and see what happens with this one. But the math, again, 0.8345 divided by 0.8303 gives you some idea if we're going to run on the communications sector. Here is the XLY, which is consumer discretionary, which are things that you don't otherwise normally go out and buy. This is not in a rally mode as of yet. It has had some strength, 8325 compared to 8232. A big green number, which tells me that it's probably going to fail. I would not be trading into the XLY at this point in time. Need some more definitive proof there. Then we look at the XLB, which is the materials sector. That's what I was looking for. Again, we've got some yellow there. We got some green across the board. Doing the math, what to expect, 8343 divided by 8315. But we do have a positive. That should have been colored green there. I'll get that fixed. So materials seem like they're going to be doing something a little bit better here, possibly. Not as definitive again in the data sets there. Here is the XLK, which is the technology sector. You can see that technology is not necessarily going to be leading us. It's not as strong, but tech needs to come up. So in order for this rally to work, we need to see tech coming in, and we should see some kind of a spike in tech tomorrow. This is the XLU Utilities Index. Again, Utilities Index is strengthening as more people are moving into the safety and security of utilities, but it has had a nice run from 71 to 74. I would say that this run here in utilities is over as more people now start pulling away from the safety of utilities and putting their money into the high-flying, high-growth tech sector if they believe that this market rally will sustain itself. And my favorite sector here, the energy complex. It's had a nice up and down, up and down. It's now 85.99, which is a nice run from where I got into it, and I'm keeping it for now. There's a specific thing. I don't believe that Joe Biden has the capacity to be able to lead us out of this energy problem that we have. And I believe that those investments are still good. However, and you can see how 8348 to 8375, notice how 8375 is the highest number of all of the sectors in the spreadsheet, which tells you that the strength is definitely there in the energy sector. It's had a really good run right now. If you've missed it so far, I would not necessarily climb in here. I would look at some of the other sectors, but because I'm already fully invested here, this run has longer to go. I am pretty confident of it. And then lastly is the XLP consumer staples. You can see again that there's not a whole lot going on in the consumer staples business. This is grocery stores and things like that. The Walmarts of the world, the Targets of the world, they've been crushed just because of their ordering snafus and all kinds of supply chain issues. And again, 77.30 down to 73.36. I wouldn't necessarily be putting any money here. This sector is one of the weakest sectors of all of the sectors in the spreadsheet. Looking at the individual stocks that I follow, as you guys know, if you've been following along, real has been crushed. The trend continues just because the market is not pricing in anything that has anything to do with fintech stocks. So real, a real estate firm that I'm with that's posted really good numbers, growing internally with strong cash flows, again, just is not putting up any kind of number. The concepts are that perhaps we start to bounce back at least to 160. However, there is nothing in the spreadsheet that would determine that was going to happen, so I wouldn't be going and playing that penny stock at all right now. Here is Warren Buffett's favorite and Brian Price's one of his holdings. You see that Oxy has strengthened. Again, a nice trend going on with Oxy across that energy complex. We are now 83.60. If you did the math, divided by 83.60 by 83.20, you'll get some kind of a rough approximate of the gain that we're expecting on the 65.07 price point of Oxy, which has now had a little bit of a run to 66.39. Again, I don't see any reason to be selling Oxy until the 70 number in there. I believe that it ends up getting there. And so far, this is getting ready to break out with the rest of the energy sector. That's looking at the spreadsheet for today and the reason for calling a market rally of 4.572% higher from here. Let's see what happens if this market does not hit that number. Then we retest all the way back down to the lows of 30,900. So there is a lot on the line right now. We will have to watch this like a hawk, but the setup here is better than it has been in past rally attempts. I believe that this rally may have a little bit of leg to it, and we will have to just keep an eye on it and see what happens from here. Thanks for watching.